it's not safe there. So they will probably sack that tier 2 tower and continue to just push out the side lanes where they can.
And this tower should go down easily with the Deso. The Ursa can pretty much push alone. The others don't do damage to the towers.
Top tier 2 will get dropped. Resolution picks up that one and heads out the way. Jump in from Fata, maybe looking to get a pick on his support, gets the silence onto Saksa. They put their focus onto Fata, and he may have to jump out the other way. Now the move in from MSS as he lays down a monster epicenter. The glimmers come out. Resolution will hold on for now, but they already lose 2. Can they bring him down? Misery with a freezing field within the trees will force NP back. Resolution hides within it. They can't finish him off yet. They'll finally get him down. Resolution Aegis will be forced. MP very weak and wounded all together as a team will step away. But they all survive and they manage to take down 3 from Thunderbirds and a +1 on the Aegis. And a full 5-man shower. Ooh, it feels so good.
Ooh, this feels good.
It feels so good. Slower period of time for MP, but whether they like it or not, it looks like Thunderbirds are going to go back on the move. Thunderbirds are loose as they smoke up as a team and head all the way down south. No one from MP there at the moment, but they could be potentially heading that direction.
Perpetual motion.
Oh, look at this. And now they are suddenly going to be hanging towards the old secret shop side and coming in a good flanking position. Courier just casually flying up over their heads, but now they make their move in. MSS going to get a good force away from the power Resolution. Fata makes his jump in, looking to go for the quick finish and taking out the Tinker. He gets a Lotus to help, but it's not going to be enough to save him. They finish off the Tinker and they look to go for Misery next. Fata will eventually get dropped, but he should be back soon within 10 seconds time. Can MP hold T-Birds here long enough for his return? It looks like Moon won't have much of a choice. He's going to be forced to execute himself to make it away. The rest of Thunderbirds frantic to escape. Misery, the self-glimmer, but Fata's now back. He's TPing towards the shrine to help get a hold of anyone who remains. And it only seems to be Resolution who's already out on the other side. Another strong fight for MP, and it looks so good for Thunderbirds. They were the team getting the jump, but Force Staffs, BKBs, Pipes, all there for MP.
There was a good initiation on that Sanking, Hex and Ursa hitting him, but good Force Staff also, and relocate from Io. They managed to take down Fata, but with what did he have, like 23, 24 bloodstone charges. He goes out in 15 seconds. So Tinker needs to be careful. All right, this is what I wanted to suggest, to get a BKB actually. We were actually casting one game that...
Now a smoke actually going to be popped here from MP. Look at this. Oh, I think they're thinking about diving in for We. We actually, at that moment, managed to blink back just in time. Now MP converge back towards the Roach Pit once again. MP's in there right now. They get a relocate pullback as Moon tries to go for the slicing finish. They'll end up losing Misery on the back line. Jumped in from Vata. Now he looks to re-engage. Resolution, eyes on the prize, is able to burst down the Roach and grab the Aegis for himself. But can MP take the better fight? The back end of the relocate pulls MV in once again. Fata on the high ground, dancing about with Tree, who's going to be stuck up there. MSS able to get off the epicenter with the last bits of his life. Will help get the finish onto Resolution. Resolution now looking to make his return. And that's when Fata moves in for Moon. Owie from the low ground, the impetus strikes and gets the finish. Moon will go down. And now it could be Resolution next. They're going to hit him with the silence. Envy slowing him from the front. A jump in from Sox is going to be there, but he's just so slow. He can't make it in, but he managed to turn onto Envy and get the finish there. That's a dieback for Envy. 2 minutes out. He's looking for Pi. Can he get him too? Pi, though, with the glimmer. A blink in. Hurricane Pike from Owie, though. He has no more mana. He turns back from Fata, moves on for Saksa. They get the finish there, and now they surround Resolution and finally bring him down. What manipulative positioning from NP on that fight to kite around Resolution as much as possible. They'll finally get the better of it. It's a 6-man takedown counting the Aegis, and MP can do a little bit of work now, maybe, onto the base.
So much kiting with all that Bloodthorn, Lincoln Sphere, Force Staff, Spikes, Ghost Scepters, Glimmer Capes. I mean, Ursa couldn't actually hit anyone there.
So much going on. I actually didn't even see at the moment when Weehaw had been brought down. probably after re-engaging off that jump in the mid lane and getting at the wrong spot. But for now, look at the repercussions from it. MP are going to be able to score the mid lane set of racks, and still they won't have resolution for 45 seconds. This is possibly going to be 2 sets. Moon's back now. Him and we might be able to have a say in the matter, but they make their immediate jump for Misery, and they'll be able to bring him down. Moon sets up the double chakram, but here come the force staffs, and they look to scoot away. Weehaw begins the laser play. Owie steps in with a BKB. Not much mana to work with, but that's when they make their strike for Moon. Moon going to be forced to step away. Fata jumping in and out and back again. Manages to make it out from trouble. Moon, though, has his eyes looking to go for Pi. A sheep is there, and they'll burst him apart. Double kill for Moon. And the rest of MP are trying to get away. Owie, no TP will be there. They managed to catch him and sheep him down.
Oh! Yeah, they only actually lost mid access, so they're still in this game. Fata is.
I can only imagine if it's crazy for me, it's probably even crazier for the players. Here, though, look at this. It's Thunderbirds back on the offensive here. They still have a tier 2 to work through in the mid lane. Envy, though, trading up a bit with Resolution and company, finds himself getting hit with the Abyssal Blade, but not too much extra damage is going to be there. And now he dishes out the goo slowly. Space will be created enough for Thunderbirds to get the finish on that tier 2. Long jump from Fata. He's just clearing out the wave. Comes right back home. And that will be the exit of Thunderbirds, it looks like.
When is the next row?
Final tier 2 here for MP, going to be taken down, it looks like, for Thunderbirds. It is still MP's advantage as far as structural damage, as they've been able to kind of creep in and take those Raxes down. So this mid lane is going to continue to feel pressure on the side of Thunder.
Storm already has his shard finished, and he's going to
jump in. Abyssal strike for Envy. 1 force, 2 force, and he's already in another dimension, stuck on the high ground, it would appear. They get him with the Hex. Have they forced Envy into a tougher spot than he'd like to be? He can't seem to participate in this fight at all. He's stuck on the side, so it's going to be Thunderbirds feeling more confident for this fight. Envy will manage to TP out and make it to a safer spot. Thunderbirds now going to be shoved back a bit. Here comes the Epi strike onto Moon from MSS, and that will allow them to get the finish onto the Timbersaw. Follow-up play to the high ground, looking to get a hold of Weehaw, and he's done for. The silences and the lockdown beginning to be a bit too much here for the T-Birds, and it seems like Captain Misery will be their next victim. 3, maybe if it was an Alchemist kind of a game, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like AC is probably a more worthy pickup in a game like this, while massive amounts of snot and congestion just isn't cool. Jump in for Moon here. He's trying to shred apart Envy, or at least soften him up as best he can. Envy, remember, does have that Aegis and the extra life. This is MP looking to move in for the second set of racks in hopes of walking away with the game 1 victory of this best of 3. And Fata's also returned. First rack's going to be going down. Move in made from Moon briefly. No hard commitments yet. MSS still waiting on the outside. Resolution says it's now or never. Committing on in. First 4 staff to get Envy to the low ground, and now a Lotus Glimmer Cape will also be there.
It seems like at this moment Thunderbirds really can't do.
It's a longer process if possible, but MP are already here. Here comes Moon. Frostbite. MSS, though, charging up the epicenter. Couldn't think about moving in. Gets the catch onto Moon. Fata spots out Misery and takes him out again. Moon frantic to run away. The chase is still there. Weehaw right next to him, trying to help with the laser as much as possible, but Moon's going to be gone out of this one without a buyback. Buyback forced out from Misery, re-engaging into the fight. Weehaw, impetus is flying out from Owie. He's getting the overpower from Pi, and now Pi's going to be joining the side of Fata. Cheese eaten, and he gets his life right back. Owie doing so much work from the back lines. Weehaw and Moon out of this one for Thunderbirds. They'll have to defend his 3, it looks like. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it. This one looks all but over for MP. And now Saksa being taken out with pretty much no say in the matter could make it the white flag. And there it is. Misery calls this one. Congratulations. MP take game number 1 of this best of 3.
Yeah, this Storm Spirit really got out of control. Some really clutch saves from Wisp, and well, they can sustain so much with Wisp bottle, that extra region from talents, also heal from just caught